Well, if you would with me, turn to 1 Corinthians chapter 11. It's not often, although it does occasionally happen, it does not often happen that we teach about the Lord's Supper when we don't observe the Lord's Supper. That's what we're doing tonight. In fact, this is really the earliest picture we have of a church observing the sacrament of the Lord's Supper. And instead of finding a wonderful event in unity with great meaning applied, we find a mess. You see, we tend in this day and age to lose the sense of the Lord's Supper being a meal. In fact, we offer such small portions in the meal, it's just a taste that we receive. But the Corinthians were much the opposite. They were losing the meaning, focusing on the meal. And in the meal, they were observing it in such a way that it became a great problem. In any case, how is it, as we read this passage, that the Lord's Supper brings communion of the saints with the Lord? Follow along as I read these familiar words, but also important words from the Apostle Paul, beginning at verse 17, 1 Corinthians 11. But in the following instructions I do not commend you, because when you come together it is not for the better, but for the worse. For in the first place, when you come together as a church, I hear that there are divisions among you. And I believe it in part, for there must be factions among you in order that those who are genuine among you may be recognized. When you come together, it is not the Lord's Supper that you eat. For in eating, each one goes ahead with his own meal.